Hey guys, I'm getting ready to show you a quick video of some fishing I did last week under this wonderful COVID-19 quarantine that we're having to do, trying to spend more time out in the creek, obviously, than around people right now. For most of you around the Missouri area, you probably know the Courtois Creek, pretty good fishing spot. It's just right next to the Courtois Creek in central Missouri, which is also a popular creek to do a lot of smallmouth fishing. I got to enjoy a wonderful afternoon down there. Didn't catch a lot of fish, but I caught a good handful, enough to where I could see that the smallmouth were coming up off Merrimack River, which is what those two creeks connect up into. Um, One thing I learned years ago, like the Google Maps, is to do a lot of research. I'd not fished the Courtois Creek yet, and decided to do a lot of Google mapping and looking along the creek beds to see if I could find holes and trees and things like that. And I really did do a lot of research on this one just because I'd not been to it. The cool thing about it was that my research paid off. The creek bed was pretty colorful, a lot of emerald green spots and sandy bottoms where they connected to. And I found out that the smallmouth that day, they were coming off of woodwork. And, I'd cast up to that woodwork, and then I'd work it on the slow part of that emerald green spot. And for some odd reason, they hung out on the woodwork. And then as soon as I got past the emerald green spot, got about to the sandy bottoms, that's when they hit. So I don't know if they were hanging in the emerald green area or if they're hanging out between the emerald green area and the sandy bottoms. But either way, the smallies were pretty active, which I was surprised. This is early April. And both these creeks, most of them are fed from spring water down in that central Missouri area, and they filter into the Merrimack, like I was mentioning earlier. But the water's usually around 50 degrees or so year round, and they must have already started to get up in there. Most of the holes I found, I could see there was roughly about 5 to 7 smallies in each one of them. The smallies down there in these upper areas don't get too big. But I did see a lot of probably 7 to 15 inchers on this trip. So hope you enjoy it. Like I said earlier, this spot, again, emerald green bottoms, you could see them. The patches that I was catching these fish on had a mixture of emerald green and sandy bottoms. That's just where I happened to find them. Again, by wood cover too, because the wood cover, for some reason, along this stretch is very important. Same thing on the Huzaw. The Huzaw is like that too. If I was off the wood cover, I wasn't catching them too often. But as soon as I found spots where it was on a bend and the wood was buried up in that bend, the smallies were just loaded up in the holes that were around 3 to 5 feet deep. And so hope you enjoy the video, and looking to see a lot more coming from me. This is actually the first video I'm posting. My name's Tate Mitchell. Live in the Missouri area and do a lot of creek fishing. It's my favorite way of fishing. Do that a lot around the U.S. and I've got a lot of videos I'm going to post over time in the U.S. I do a lot of creek fishing and river fishing when I can. So again, researching and trying to find out where them holes are, and that definitely worked out for this video. So hope you enjoy. Bye.
fishy. Ooh, he's got some backbone to him. There we go. In the current, he feels a little bigger. But it's a fish.